We have reached the final amendment on your ballot in Missouri here in November. That is Amendment 5. If you've missed any of the other videos, I have a playlist. Please check it out. Okay, so Amendment 5 would create a brand new department in the Missouri government called the Missouri Department of the National Guard. It would be led by the Adjutant General, who is appointed by the governor here in Missouri. You may or may not know, but the National Guard both has a dual state and federal mission. According to estimates, this would cost the state a little over $120,000 in incremental costs to create this new department. Currently, the Missouri National Guard is part of the Department of Public Safety. It's still led by the Adjutant General, who still answers to the governor. The difference here would be that the Adjutant General would actually have a cabinet position because they would be their own department in the governor's cabinet. Proponents of this bill say that it's going to clear bureaucratic red tape. It's going to streamline communication to the governor so that the National Guard can be much more easily deployed and managed during times of crisis for the state. They also say that this doesn't change the mission of the National Guard, and they've mentioned that there's actually only 2 states in the entire union that don't have some kind of separate department for the National Guard. I will mention there is one difference, though. I did some Googling, and basically every other state that I found actually has a Department of Military Affairs, of which overseeing the National Guard is part. I have not seen another state that has a specific department of the National Guard with its own cabinet position. So that does seem like a difference. As for changing the mission, I am going to be honest, it doesn't quite sit right with me. So, I'll just read it and you make up your own mind. But this is off of the Missouri National Guard website, and it says that their state mission is to provide trained and disciplined forces for domestic emergencies or as otherwise required by state law under the authority of the governor. Okay. Under this amendment, it says, the National Guard shall provide for the state militia, uphold the Constitution of the United States, uphold the Constitution of Missouri, protect the constitutional rights and civil liberties of Missourians, and provide other defense and security mechanisms as may be required. So maybe it's not different, but it does seem a little different to me. Lastly, no one has been able to point to a concrete example where the National Guard has had some sort of inefficiency or slow rollout of deployment with the current situation that we have in Missouri. So there's additional cost. I don't quite understand why we need it exactly. And if you're going to give a seat at the table in civilian government to the military here in Missouri, I just worry that you have a chance to really create additional politicization of something that should be truly nonpartisan.